Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anita Crochets. So first of all, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys this very simple dress. I know most of you have really found it hard to make. It's a replica of, I think, the Opoly. Opoly has made a dress like this, so I'm just recreating it in crochet. And also making it easy for you guys who have not figured out how to work a cutout dress. I've made a couple of cutout dresses. I think this should be my second cutout dress, and all inspired by Opoly. So this is actually going to be not my design, so I'm just recreating it in a way I understand how. So first of all, this is what we are going to be working with. I'm going to need a pair of scissors. I will need three rings. So you will need a yarn needle and then a hook, and this is a 4mm hook, a tape measure, and then yarn. I'm working with Robin. It's 100% acrylic and it's 100 grams. Okay, this is size 4 yarn. All right, so let's get started. First we make a knot, and I'm going to be working with the lemon peel stitch. Okay, so we are going to work chains equivalent to the measurements of our low waist. Okay, so measure your low waist, your lower waist, okay, and then work chains that are equivalent to the measurements that you got for your lower waist. Please kindly keep in mind that I'm not working for the upper waist, okay, or the high waist. I'm working for the low waist. So just work chains that are equivalent to that number of stitches, to that number of inches. And this is just an example. I already have my lower piece complete. So just in case, this is how wide your lower waist is all the way around, all right? Once you have all your chains complete, what you will do, but also when working your chains, make sure you have an even number, okay? An even number of chains, not an odd number. So that means you must be having like 80, 90, 98, you get, okay? Personally, I'm working for a size small and I worked 90 chains. So once you have 90, you're going to work one more chain extra, and then into the second chain stitch from the hook you work a single crochet, and then work one single crochet into every stitch all the way until you come to the end of your work. So here we are. I have all my stitches complete. Unfortunately, I'm working in black, but I hope you follow through and get to understand what I have done. So with the lemon peel stitch, this is what you do. You will chain one and turn your work. Into this very first stitch, you will work a single crochet, and then into the next stitch, you're going to work a double crochet. One single crochet in the next stitch, and one double crochet into the next stitch. One single crochet, one double crochet, one single crochet, and then one double crochet. So basically we are just going to be alternating the stitches just like that. You work one single crochet into this stitch and then a double crochet into the next stitch. And this is what we are going to do for all the stitches on our row until we come to the end of our row. And as you can see, when I get to my very last stitch, my last stitch is a double crochet. So you need to make sure that your last stitch is a double crochet because we started with a single crochet. So this is how your work will look like. It will not look any different, but yes, this is how it has to look like. So here we shall chain one and turn our work, and once we do, into the very first stitch here we work a single crochet, and now into the single crochet of the previous row we are working a double crochet. Okay, a single crochet into the next stitch here, and then a double crochet into this stitch. So this means that where there was a double crochet, we are putting a single crochet, and where there was a single crochet, we are putting a double crochet. That means we are alternating the stitches just like that, okay? You keep alternating the stitches just like that, and that's how the lemon peel stitch is. So you work this until you come to the end of your row. So I'm just going to show you one more row, and then I'll let you guys work the entire piece on your own. For the next row, once again, we are going to chain 1, turn our work. Into the very first stitch, we work a single crochet. Remember, we have ended with a double crochet, and that's what I told you. You strictly have to start with a single crochet, and you strictly have to end with a double crochet. That's why I told you you must have an even number of stitches, okay? So you work your single crochet. Into the next stitch here, you work a double crochet. A single crochet into that double crochet stitch, and then a double crochet into the single crochet stitch. And this goes on and on for every row until you have the length you desire from your low waist to the bottom of where you want your dress to end, okay? So let me show you how mine looks like. This is it. This is the top of my skirt or dress or something, okay? We are not working any increments around the hips, so because I'm going to be adding chains, I'm going to be adding rings on the sides. That's why I haven't worked any, you know, increments on the sides, okay? So this is how it looks like, and you should work yours until you have the length that you desire. So now let me get to show you how to work the upper pieces. So to work my first side of the pieces that have to be for my breast cups or my bust, I'm going to get my yarn and also get my ring, the bigger ring, and I'll insert my yarn into it just like that, then work a chain, okay? I'll lay this on top because I want it to like be crocheted underneath. So I'll work my single crochet, insert my hook into the ring, work a single crochet, insert my hook into the ring, work a single crochet. So those are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll chain 1, turn my work my single crochets once again, and make sure they are 10, okay? Those are 2, 3, 9, and finally 10. So we have 10 single crochets right here. Now we are going to now resume with the lemon peel stitch. So we chain 1 and turn our work. Into the first single crochet we work, into the first stitch we work a single crochet, a double crochet in the next, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. So just keep alternating the stitches until you come to the end of your row. Once again, once at the end of your row, you chain 1, turn your work a single crochet and a double crochet in the next stitch. So you just keep alternating them until you come to the end of your row once again. So you see what we have so far. So chain 1 once again, and you're going to do this for the next 2 rows before we start now to work the split. Okay, so I have a total of 7 stitches in total. Okay, sorry, I have a total of 7 rows. Now I'm going to start working the split from here. Okay, so this I'm going to work a split and an increase. Okay, an increase on this side and then a split right here. So this is what we do. You chain 1, turn your work into this very first stitch. Since we want an increase on this side, we work a single crochet, a double crochet, and once again a single crochet, all in this very same stitch. Okay, now into the next stitch, you can see this is a single crochet, and that's why we have to have a double crochet, so we work a double crochet. Why we are having 3 stitches into the very first stitch is we do not want to change the pattern of the flow of our pattern. Okay, so that's why we worked a single crochet, then a double crochet and a single crochet into the first stitch, so that our second stitch has a double crochet in it. Okay, so far we have worked into 2 stitches. Now into the third stitch you work a single crochet, in the fourth you work a double crochet, and in the fifth you work a single crochet. All right, so this is where I'm going to stop because I want now a split. Okay, so from here I'll chain 1 and turn my work. Since I ended with a single crochet right here, I am going to chain 2, I'm going to chain 2 and have a double crochet into that single crochet stitch of the previous row, and then I'll have a single crochet into the next stitch, which is a double crochet of the previous row. Then I'll have a double crochet in here, a single crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet into the next, a single crochet in the next. So since we have an increase on our previous row, we are not going to work an increase on this row. So into this very last stitch, we just work a normal double crochet to end the row. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is working an increase on one row and a normal row on the next. Okay, so here we shall chain 1 and turn our work. We want an increase on this row because we just worked a normal row. So here we work 1 single crochet, a double crochet, and then a single crochet into, all in this very same stitch, the first stitch. Into the next stitch, you can see this is a single crochet, so we must be having a double crochet in it. And now we just continue alternating our stitches, working a single crochet and a double crochet until we come to the end of our row. And I ended with a single crochet. Okay, so here I'll chain 1 and turn my work. I'll chain 2 because now I have a single crochet here and there must be a double crochet into this single crochet. So instead of starting with a single crochet, I'm going to start with a double crochet. Now see, we have an increase right here. So this which is the next row has to be a normal. So we work our double crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next. Okay, the purpose of all this is having this remain straight and this increase to the left side of our breast. Okay, so you work your single crochet and double crochet and just keep alternating the stitches until you come to the end of your row. So finally I ended with a double crochet. So this is what I have. Now here you will chain 1 and turn your work, yes, into the first stitch. Because we ended with a double crochet, this first stitch will be a single crochet, but remember this was a normal row, so the next row has to have an increase. So we work our single crochet, we work a double crochet, and then a single crochet, all in this very first stitch. Now we continue working our stitches and alternating them the way we have been until we come to the end of our row. I am about to let you guys work the rest of the piece on your own. I just need to get you to master what you have to do. So this means the next row has to be a single a normal row without an increase. So we just do the very same thing. Chain 2, because this is a single crochet, we have to start with a double crochet. So we work a double crochet in the first stitch and keep alternating our stitches until we come to the end of our row. So basically what we are doing is working one normal row followed by one row of an increase, one row of an increase, one normal row, just like that. So you just keep doing that until you have the width that would more like fit or go halfway your breast, let me say, because this is going to be stretching all the way to go to the underbust, just underneath your breast, but going all the way to the left side or your ribs or something like that. And then we shall have a split here, and this will just be more like for our cleavage and all that. So the increment for this side is not going to be huge, but the increment of this side will be huge because we are trying to like cover up our entire boob. Okay, so just do this. I'm just going to get back and share with you guys how many rows I worked. You can copy the same rows or change something about it, or just keep trying it on and working what best fits you. Okay, so let me get back once that is complete, and then I can show you what to do next. So my split has 10 rows from here up to here. I have a total of 10 rows, so that means I worked 5 rows of an increase and 5 normal rows. Now I'm going to cut my yarn. Secure my end, and now I am going to get back right here at the split into the next stitch, which should be the 6th stitch. Okay, right there. So that's why I'm going to attach my yarn. Yarn over and pull through yarn, then work a chain. Okay, now if you remember very well, I ended with a single crochet, so this has to be a double crochet. So I will chain 2 and work a double crochet into this stitch, that very same stitch, and then work a single crochet, okay, into the next stitch. So literally we don't have to lose flow of the pattern. Now the next stitch will be a double crochet, a single crochet into the next, and lastly, remember here we worked an increase on this side, so we shall also work an increase on this side. So what we do into the last stitch, we work a double crochet, a single crochet, and a double crochet once again, all in this very same stitch, so that we have an increase just like that. But because I don't want the increase on this side to be as, I don't want the increase on this side to be as wide as this, I'm going to work it differently this time. Instead of working one row of an increase, then one normal row, instead I'm going to work one row of an increase, then 2 normal rows, one row of an increase, then 2 normal rows, because if we go wide like this, it's going to lose shape. Okay, you'll find our left breast is so big compared to our right breast cup. Okay, so because this is big, because it's going to go all the way to the side and go all the way to the side of my ribs, all the way to the back, that's why the increase is big. But now for this split, I want the increase to be just a little small, so we are going to work 2 normal rows every after 1 row of an increase. I hope I'm understood. So let's just do that. So we are going to chain 1 turn our work. Because we have a double crochet in this stitch, we are going to work a single crochet in there, a double crochet into the next stitch, a single crochet in the next, double crochet. Just keep alternating the stitches until the end. Now, like I said, the next row is going to be a normal row, so we chain 2. Because we have ended with a single crochet, we have to start with a double crochet. That's why I chain 2. Turn your work your double crochet and a single crochet, and just keep alternating the stitches until the end of the row. So we have 1 row of an increase and then 2 normal rows, okay? So that means the next row is going to have an increase. So yes, we work our next row. So you chain 1. Because you ended with a double crochet, you start with a single crochet here, and make sure you know the side on which you are working your increase. So this is it, and into the first stitch I'll work a single crochet, a double crochet, and again a single crochet, all in the very first stitch. And then continue alternating your stitches just like you have to until you come to the end of your row. So here you chain 1, turn your work. Actually you chain 2. Now the next 2 rows are going to be normal rows, so you just work your stitches and alternate them the way you have to until you come to the end of your row. Chain 1, turn your work a single crochet and a double crochet, and alternate your stitches even for this row until you come to the end of your row. So I'm going to let you guys work the rest of the rows on your own. Just make sure you have 10 rows from here up to the top here, and that's where I'm going to meet you and then show you what to do. So this is me at the end of my row, and this is what I have. My last stitch on this side had an increase. My last row had an increase on this side, okay? So this is what I have. Okay, now I want to join the split because I feel like this is the length I want for my split. So I want to join the split, and this is what I do to join the split. So I'm going to get back on this side where I cut my yarn. It was not a good idea to cut it, but then we did. So what we do is we are going to attach yarn. Chain 1, turn our work. You can just do this from here. Secure these ends so they don't become a problem. There we go. And make sure we stitch them underneath. So the first stitch here is a double crochet, so we work a single crochet into it, then a double crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to let you guys work your stitches until the end of the row. Just make sure you keep alternating them. We have a single crochet in this stitch because we had a double crochet on the previous row in the last stitch of this split. So to join the 2 splits, we are just going to cross over. So we ended with a single crochet, and you can see on this split on this side we have a single crochet in the very first stitch, so we have to work a double crochet. And with that you can see that our stitch pattern has really continued to flow the way it has to. So here you just cross over and work your double crochet. Continue working your stitches and alternating them until you come to the end of your row. Remember, we had an increase on this last row this side, so we're just going to work normal stitches until the end. So yes, I've ended with a double crochet, and that's what I was looking for. So we have a split here, and we have joined all the things together. So now we are working all the way up our breast. So we are going to have a bend here because we are having a curve for our breast, and also this side we are literally just going to have a straight line for a few rows, and then we start converging inwards so that we have this peak like this at the top of our breast cup. So now what I have explained to you guys is we need to have a decrease here and then a few normal rows for our strap that will go on the side this end, and then we shall also start working a decrease this side. Okay, so now because we want a decrease, we are going to chain 1 turn our work. Our very first stitch has to have a single crochet, so we work a single crochet followed by a double crochet and then a single crochet. So we have worked 3 stitches together, 3 stitches together. We have a single crochet, double crochet, and a single crochet all together. That's our very first decrease. Now we are going to keep working normal stitches, so we have a double crochet in the next. Why I did this is because when I'm working my next row, which will be a normal row, I want to have a single crochet here and a double crochet in this stitch. Okay, so that will keep my pattern giving me the right flow. Also, if you remember when we were working the increase, we were working 3 stitches into the first stitch. So that means when we are working our decrease, we must work 3 stitches together. Okay, so just keep working your stitches and alternate the stitches until you come to the end of your row. You will just see that it literally just works itself out perfectly. So this tutorial will actually teach you how to work your decreases with the lemon peel stitch and your increments with the lemon peel stitch. You can see I don't need to look out for what stitch goes into whatever. My stitch pattern is actually flowing the way it has to, and I didn't change anything about it. So just work this until the end of the row. Don't work any decrease here, just work it until the end of the row normally, and then I'm going to get back and show you how to work the next row. This is side A and this is side B. Side B is the big split and side A is the small split. Okay, just so you don't confuse the two. And I said this side I want it to be like straight for our strap, and this side I want it to be converging. Okay, so for the next row it's going to be a normal row, so you chain 1 into the very first stitch, you work your single crochet and just keep alternating your stitches until you come to the end of your row. So basically what I am doing here is I just want a few rows here, okay, straight rows, before I start now working a decrease on both sides. Okay, but also this side is a decrease, and I want the next row to be a normal row. That's why I'm working a normal row for this row. Literally no decrease on both sides. That's what I'm trying to mean. So just work your stitches until you come to the end of the row right here. So here we go. I have worked, okay, if you remember the 3 stitches we worked together, I worked 1 double crochet in there, so that's why it's like this. Okay, so now the next rows, actually I've ended with a double crochet, which I was literally looking for. Now the next rows I am going to be working a decrease on both sides because I want it to converge. I feel like this is enough for the strap that will go on this side. I'm going to start converging on both sides. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to work just the next 2 rows, and you will continue on your own after that. So here, since we ended with a double crochet, you will chain 1 and then work a single crochet, double crochet in the next stitch. Make sure they are all incomplete, and then a single crochet into the next stitch and work all those stitches together. So that gives us 3 stitches together. So into the next stitch will be a double crochet, so I work my double crochet and then I work my single crochet. You see what I am having? That's it. Now I'm going to continue working my stitches until I have 3 stitches left to end my row. I just don't want this to make noise, so just make sure you are alternating your stitches and making no mistake in working your stitches right. If you don't want to work the lemon peel stitch and you're looking for a stitch that would give you equivalent length of your pieces, just like in this tutorial, then you just need to work with a single crochet. With single crochets for every row, normally just like that, so that we have the same length of the piece. Because if you work with half double crochets, you'll find your piece is longer than mine, but we followed the very same steps. So once you get to almost the end of the row, and make sure you have 3 stitches, which is 1, 2, and this is the third. We are going to work 3 stitches together into the last 3 stitches. So we do that. So we work, this had to be a double crochet, so we make sure it's incomplete, and then run over, work an incomplete single crochet, and then run over, work an incomplete double crochet, and then work all these 3 stitches together. Okay. So we shall chain 1 to close up, and this is what we have. So like I said, the next row is going to be a normal row. So we have chained 1, turned our work. Into the first stitch you work a single crochet. You can see the next stitch is a single crochet, and there has to be a double crochet in it. So we shall work a double crochet, then a single crochet, double crochet, and just do this until you come to the end of your row. So this thing is really simple. I don't know, it's so simple. And after watching this video, you can literally get to learn how to like make adjustments for your size, for whichever size you would love to work for. Now you can see the last stitch here, I have to have a double crochet. The last stitch is the 3 double crochets together that we had. Okay, so this is what I have right now, and now I'm going to let you guys work the next rows on your own. Okay, if you work this and you feel like it's like really getting together super fast, you can just work a few changes. Instead, what you can do right now is work 2 normal rows followed by a decrease. Okay, 2 normal rows followed by a decrease, 2 normal rows followed by a decrease. If you feel like it is like getting together super fast, or like the increase is like, you know, too steep, okay, you can just work 2 normal rows then a decrease. All right, but because for me I'm working for someone small who doesn't care about how revealing her cleavage area could be, that's why I am working like this. But if you feel like this would be so revealing, you can just now change the pattern to working 1 row of a decrease followed by 2 normal rows, and do that until you have like 3 stitches left. Then work your strap. Okay, so I'm going to get back and show you how mine looks like, and then also show you how to start the next breast cap. So guys, this is how my work looks like, and I have 4 stitches left, and this is what I am going to do. I'm just going to continue working the straps with these 4 stitches so that but I feel like the strap will be huge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work a decrease, okay, like 2 single crochets together into the first 2 stitches, and again 2 single crochets together into the last 2 stitches. So this will give me 2 stitches left. So I'll chain to turn my work, and I'm just going to be working 2 double crochets into those 2 stitches, then I chain to turn my work, work 2 double crochets, and I'm going to do this until I have a strap long enough to go all the way to the back of my neck, and also tie, make a knot. So just work this until you have a strap long enough, and I'm going to get back and then show you how to work your second breast cup. Okay, now I'm going to just chip in and just show you very fast how to work your second breast cup. Starting from here, I'm going to attach my yarn and work a chain. Now I'll get in and work a single crochet. That's one, and I want 4 of them, so that's 2, 3, and lastly 4. Okay, so here I'm going to chain 1, turn my work 4 single crochets into every stitch, 1 single crochet into every stitch until I have 4 stitches. And now I'm going to start my stitch pattern. So I'll chain 1, turn my work a single crochet in the first stitch, a double crochet, single crochet, and lastly double crochet. So if you see clearly, this I said will go to the left of my rib, and this is just going to be up here. So I'm going to start working an increase so that by the time it is up here, almost the same length as this, same size as this right here, it should be like, okay. So once again, the next row is going to be a normal row. So I'll chain 1, turn my work a single crochet, then a double crochet. Just keep alternating your stitches, just like how the stitch pattern has to flow. And there we have it. So now this next row, that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, okay, so far. So this next row, I'm going to work an increase, but remember I want my increase to be on this side, okay, because now I want it to like widen to cover up my boob this side and also stay straight right here. So we start widening. Chain 1, turn your work your single crochet in the first stitch, work a double crochet in the next, single crochet in the next, and into the last stitch we are going to work a double crochet, a single crochet, and a double crochet. So that is an increase. So here the next row will be a normal row. So you chain 1, turn your work your single crochet, double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet into the next, double crochet in the next, and just do this alternating your stitches until the end of the row. Okay, so once again you're going to work chain 1, turn your work your single crochet. Now we are going to work an increase, so that means we are working a normal row and an increase, normal row and an increase, okay. And as you can see, I'm working an increase on this side only, and I'm leaving this straight. So keep that in mind so that you do not work an increase on the wrong side. So I'm just showing you this, and I'm going to let you guys work the rest on your own because I don't want this video to get lengthy. Now into the last stitch you work a double crochet, single crochet, and again a double crochet, all in this very last stitch. So the next row is going to be a normal row. So you just chain 1, turn your work, alternate your stitches as you have to, okay, just like that. Until you come to the end of your row. So I'm just going to explain to you guys what happens next after this. Then I'll let you to work the next rows on your own. So this is it. Now I want you to count the number of rows you have here up to here where you last worked your increase, and work the very same number of rows this side, okay, this side. And after that you will start working a decrease, just like we worked this side, a decrease on both sides, starting and ending the row, then a normal row on the next, decrease, starting and ending the row, normal row on the next. So literally what I will have is a straight line here up to the length that matches this piece, which is here, and then there we shall start working a decrease on both sides. I hope I am very clear, okay. work your increments for the next, let me see, so we have a total number of 17 rows here. Okay, so just work this kind of pattern for the next rows until you have a total number of 17 as well. After those 17 rows, you're going to start working a decrease on both sides, this side and this side and this side, so that we converge through and make it look like this. Okay, so I'm going to meet you after my piece is complete, just like that, and I'll just get back and show you how to attach your lower piece. So guys, this is how my work looks like on both sides. Okay, actually it has to be like this. So this is my right breast, and this is where my left is going to be. So just to make a correction, I instead of working a total of 17 rows from the bottom here up to up, I actually worked 22 rows. So I kept the flow of one row of an increase followed by one normal row until I had a total of 22 rows. Then that's when I started working this kind of decrease. So now I'm just going to show you how to place your straps. I already have my upper straps complete, as you can see. So on the side this way, I'm going to work my strap for my right breast. So I'll just insert my hook into the corner right here and pull through my yarn, work a chain, then work a single crochet once again into this very same stitch, and then a single crochet into the next stitch right there. So I have 2 stitches, and I'm going to chain 2 and then work 1 double crochet into that stitch, and then work a double crochet in the next. Turn my work, chain 2, work a double crochet and a double crochet. So I'm going to work this until I have more like a strap long enough, just like I do have this one. So I'll just work this until my strap is long enough to tie all the way to the back of my ribs. Okay, and then once again I'm going to come this side and show you how to work the strap on that side. So now on this side, because we have a wider part, we insert our hook into one of the corners there, attach our yarn, work a chain, then work a single crochet, work a single crochet into the next stitch as well, single crochet in the next. So those are 1 2 3 4 5, and then lastly the 6th. There we have it. So we shall chain 1, turn our work, work 2 single crochets together into the first 2 stitches, and then 1 single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet into the next, and lastly 1 single crochet in the last stitch. So we turn our work, do the very same thing, 2 single crochets together when starting the row, then 1 single crochet into every stitch until the end. So yes, again 2 single crochets together, then 1 single crochet in the next. Chain 1, turn your work. You can see now you're going to have 2 stitches. So you work 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet. Now since there are 2, we shall chain 2 and turn our work, then start working double crochets for our strap. Okay, so you will work your 2 double crochets, turn your work, chain 2, turn your work your 2 double crochets until you have a strap long enough. So I'm going to get back once I have my straps on both sides complete, then I can show you how to add the ring onto this cleavage area, a ring right here at the cleavage area, and then a ring at the bottom of the skirt. So you see, so I am done with my straps on the side. So I'm just going to show you how to add this ring right here at the cleavage area. So I'm going to get my hook on this side, and I'll insert it into the stitch where we start to bend our curve, all right, just there. And then I'm going to work my single crochets up to like somewhere here where I feel like my ring is fully attached. Then I'll do the same on this side. So I'm going to show you how to work it this side, and then you will do it on your own this side. So this is what we do. I'll get my yarn and I'll pull through and work a chain. So I'll get my ring and then insert my hook into this very same stitch, and then I don't know how to say it, but just look at what I am doing. Okay, just like that, and I have attached my ring. Okay, it was on the this actually made it go through. So I'm going to get my ring and then insert my hook into this very same stitch. And I'll yarn over, making sure that my ring will be attached. Then I will work a single crochet just like that into the next stitch. I'll work my single crochet and making sure I am passing the yarn in between the ring. So you just keep doing this until you get to a point where you feel like my ring is like well attached to my dress. Let me show you. Okay, you see that? So yes, I feel like this. So I feel like this is really enough attaching. Okay, so I'm going to attach this side at least from here up to like here. I am likely to attach a longer part on this side, but that's also up to you guys. You can just make sure you do what you feel you are comfortable with. But I'm attaching a longer part because this is going to actually bend more like this, and then I'm attaching a longer part here because I don't want this fold right here to happen, so that's why. So I'm going to let you guys attach this side, then I'm going to get back and show you how we can attach the lower piece onto this and have our dress complete. I forgot to mention that when you get here, you will just cut your yarn and secure your end just like that. Then you will weave in your ends. Okay, now attach this part just like I've showed you. Attach this side, and then I'll get back and show you what to do next. So guys, as you can see, I finished attaching both sides. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to attach the skirt onto this. So let me just put this aside and explain something. Now this is my skirt. Okay, and I have managed to mark my sides here, here, and then here and here. Okay, now because the person I'm working this for asked me not to have an opening right here, this part is going to be attached to the ring, to this ring. Okay, just like this. Okay, this part is going to be attached to this ring from here at the top up to here, and then I am going to stitch together this part here from this part here. Now my third ring is going to go right here at the hip. Why? Because she doesn't want this gap in between the ring up here and the next ring to like be open. So for me, I'm going to be closing this up, and then I have a ring right here where I feel like my hips will have to go. Okay, so let me show you how that is actually going to turn out. Just mark your stitches. I marked I counted 6 rows, then I marked the 6th row right there, and from here I counted 10 rows in between here. So you're going to mark the 6th row and then the 10th row from the 6th. So that means the 6th and the 16th. Even here you do the very same thing. You mark the 6th row and the 16th row. Okay? I don't know how long your skirt is or something, but that's what you can do. Now after you have done that, this is what we have to do just to join the two. I'm going to attach one side and I'll let you attach the other so that we work very, very fast and don't have a very long video. So I'm going to start from the bottom right here where I ended when working my skirt. Okay, you can see the markings are up here, so I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to be working my single crochets along the edges. So first of all, you're going to be working a single crochet into the single crochet post and 2 single crochets into the double crochet post. I hope I am clear. This is a single crochet post, so I'll work 1 single crochet. Now this is a double crochet post, so I'll work 2 single crochets into the post. The next is a single crochet post, so you just work 1 single crochet, and this is a double crochet post, so you work 2 single crochets into the post. Okay, now you're going to do this until you have this gap left. Okay, just a small gap right here. Okay, until you like here, just like 2 rows next to the mark that we have. Okay, so let me meet you guys there. So we are right here and we shall remove our stitch marker. You see I've left a gap, so I want my ring to be here and end right here where our stitch marker is. So we get our ring and start to attach it. I'm not attaching a big part because I just want it slightly attached. I think this is enough. Now from here up to this mark right here, I'm just going to work normal single crochets. Okay, up to this part right here. So I'm right here and I've worked my single crochets up to the marked stitch up here. Now take out my acting stitch marker, just like that. And now I'm going to get my upper piece and lay it just here. And I am going to attach this part here to the ring, this ring here. All right, so here we go. Get your yarn, work your single crochets the way you have to, making sure you are attaching this to the center ring, which is the ring that started the upper piece of our work. So right here I have everything attached, and here I'm going to cut my yarn and I'll weave in my ends once I'm done. So this is what we have. We have attached one side. And now we are going to move over to this side. See this? So I am going to follow the very same format to attach here up to here onto this, okay, right here, because I'm not going to work this side with you. Just do the very same thing. Start from up here and make sure you're attaching this to the ring until you get to the marked stitch here. Then you work normal single crochets up to here, and then after that you will attach this ring right here. Okay, so I'm just going to get back after you have attached everything, then I show you how to close up this part here. So guys, this is how my work looks like after attaching all sides. And I have this opening right here that I said I want to close up. So I'm just going to get my yarn needle and insert my yarn into this yarn needle and then just work it by hand from the inside. So I'm just going to work this through very, very fast, and then I can show you how it looks like on the dummy. Also, one last thing, one is actually you can add a drawstring, like you can work a string here and a string here, and then make this string pass through the waist here up to the center of the back, and also make the string pass through the waist up to the center of the back, just in case someone needed to fasten their waistline. Okay, so I will just show you that in a quickie, and then we can wrap up this video. First of all, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos, and hopefully you like this recreation, and let me see you all in my next tutorial. Let me show you how it looks like on the dummy. Thank you so much. Goodbye.